All right. I am trying something a little different, something new. Um, I'm trying to do this on my phone and my laptop at the same time. So let me just make sure everything is set up. I think it is. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. All right. I don't know which camera to look at, so that was something I hadn't thought through enough. And of course, right as we start, I have a puppy that is trying to get outside. 1 second. Go, 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 go. Well, if that isn't a way to start, I don't know what is. All right. I wanted to um, hop on just briefly today to talk about the topics of trust and the topic of etiquette. When I talk to different people, all different backgrounds, everybody wants this level of success and they want to have strong relationships. They want to have a great reputation. But one of the things that's really interesting is that it's not really always taught anywhere about how to earn trust and how to kind of um, build the character traits within yourself that are just natural. They come automatic so that you are able to build those really important connections with people, but also have influence. Um, for success, no matter what you want to do, if it's as a teacher with students, if it is as an entrepreneur in your industry, a business owner within like your community, there are so many important traits and qualities that we really need to understand and work on and develop and master for us to have that true success that we deserve and that we're capable of. So at any point, I want you to message, comment, let me know what your thoughts are on this subject. I'm really curious. I'm going to give you some things to reflect on, and you can feel free to share them with us, what you think, or keep this for yourself. But I want you to ask yourself, are you someone who is trustworthy? And are you someone that other people naturally trust? Now, this is something that I've really prided myself on, especially in adulthood, that I really want to have a strong character. And one of the ways that I do that is that I start working on myself. We try to do all these things to give off a facade, to give off, um, I don't know, we want other people to see us a certain way. I want you to get away from feeling like you're faking it, that whole fake it till you make it. Oh, there's my dogs. Goodness me. Back again. Um, this isn't about fake it till you make it. This is about using that incredible mind of yours, that brilliant mind of yours, and being intentional with who you are, how you show up, and what you want. So, a lot of people that I work with, the first thing that I really recommend and encourage is for you to spend more time thinking about what you want. So when you are out there building trust and developing influence and really crafting those relationships, all of that is going to be on shaky ground if you don't know yourself. If you don't know who you are, you don't know what you're working towards, you don't know like any of those things. How can you make a great first impression if you don't even know who you want to make a good impression for? So when you're thinking about business, when you're thinking about your personal life, when you're thinking about relationships, dating with your partner, whatever it is, I want you to put some thought into it before any events happen. Like everybody's living on autopilot. People are just showing up. They're just doing as they are. Oh, who cares how I dress? Who cares what I say? Yeah, so I like to curse all the time, or I like to dress in my um, pajamas all day. It's good when people go, "Oh, that's just me. That's what I like. That's what I'm comfortable." That's good. Glad you thought that far ahead. But what about other people? What about the impact or the relationships you want to have? Have you thought about those? Have you thought about the reputation that you're building and how that could influence opportunities going forward? I want you to keep in mind that this message is coming to you from a woman who absolutely loves wearing a baseball cap, jeans, any kind of hoodie or t-shirt, especially graphic tees. And I have been like that since I was a young girl. I loved a messy top bun. But when I think about the goals that I have, when I think about the reputation I want to have, when I think about different work that I want to have, different working relationships, the people that I want to work with, they show up. They show up, and it shows in everything from their attitude, their posture, the way they hold themselves, the way they speak. It even shows up in their generosity or their kindness. It's an energy. I'm going to give you an example. So I am looking to build my current team, and as my company is growing, and an individual I met with recently, we met at a coffee shop, and very unlike me, I was like racing in right on time. Usually I'm a 15-minute early kind of person. And this person, the way they stood up when I arrived, and then they greeted me, they were open to a hug, we hugged. And then when we went to order, they had waited for me, they didn't order ahead. These are just small cues, guys. It's not to say that this is what you always have to do, but these were all cues that were sending me a message for a first impression. And then they waited for me, and they'll even though we went back and forth, they offered to purchase my coffee, and that was really nice. And then while we stood waiting for them, they were light and easy. I could just tell they had a confidence about themselves, but the way that they maintained eye contact and the way that they showed interest and were listening to what I said, all of those things before we even sat down to speak about the job, to speak about the work that they were looking for, I already had a first impression on this person. So I want you to consider that for yourself that before, if there's something that you want, before you ask for it, before you go for it, think it through. If that's true, how should you show up? If that's true, what is going to matter to the person or the event or the situation that could give you what you want? It really requires you to think about what you want, to step out of your shoes, jump into the perspective of the other person, and then use that as tips and ideas on how to show up. So, the individual I was mentioning, they were dressed to impress, they carried themselves very well, they spoke very clear, they were sure of themselves, but that didn't mean they didn't share, like, oh, I'm not really familiar with that, or I don't have much experience in that. They were honest, but it was still their energy, their presence showed me this is somebody who's going to figure it out. This is somebody that if they were reflecting my company, I like the energy that they come in. I like the positivity. I like the way that they make eye contact, that they'll hug or shake a hand firmly. So when you're looking for, even say you're applying for a job, think about all of those things because they can speak so much more clearly, loudly than what you say. It's not just about what we say, guys. You could say stuff looking at the ground, looking, not making eye contact, and no matter what you're saying, someone might read into that, you know what, I don't know if I can trust this person. They're not really somebody who is connecting with me. They're hiding something. This is what I want you to think about. I want you to think about what do you want out of any relationship, business relationship, client relationship, with your partner, with people like dating. I want you to think about who are the type of people that you are trying to impress, attract, work with, collaborate with, and what do you think they're looking for in that other person? What do you think would impress them? Not how can you act or pretend you're something that you're not, but how can you really highlight yourself, your best self for that individual, for that situation, that opportunity in how you carry yourself, in how you talk, in how you listen. There's so many ways. And I've heard from people, they say, yeah, whenever I see a client, I always make it really clear this is how I work. I thought that's great. I know you're trying to clearly communicate, you're trying to be direct, but how could that come across to your client? Like their wants and needs don't matter? That this is all about you? People are living in auto mode. They're doing things without giving any true consideration or thought. They're just, oh, this is how I am. This is how I've always talked. Well, if you want to elevate, if you want to change your life, if you want to start attracting people who are in a different echelon, who can give you opportunities, who can be a platform for you, you better start thinking about your reputation, how you show up, how you make other people feel. Because I'm telling you right now, without trust, there is nothing. If people can't trust you, then you're going to have a really hard time making long lasting relationships or success. So this is something that we are going to be talking about on at our workshop on November 5th in person. And depending on how that goes, we may be doing an online version as well for the people who wanted to attend but are not local. I want to help people see themselves from a new light, take a different perspective of yourself, because the only thing that we control is ourselves, our assumptions, our perspective, our attitude, our preparation. So this is something that you can dive into, master, and it will be worth every moment, every second of your time. All right. I want you to see the success that you are capable of achieving from some reflection and some intentional decision making by making choices about what you want, who you want to be around, what kind of relationships you want to have, by making a choice about your self image. Who are you? What do you represent? What are you passionate about? And building from there. Let's get out of autopilot mode, out of what other people expect of us, what other people want for us, other people's dreams. Let's get into who you are and what you want, and let's start making it happen. And let's start with these relationships and how you're showing up. If you have any questions or if you have any input or any insights, anything you want to share about this subject, please, regardless of what platform we're on, send me a message, comment. Myself or one of my team members will get back to you right away. This is something that I know will improve the way that you do business. It will improve your professional career, your profession. It'll improve all of your relationships. Because a motto that I often say within our team is, how you do some things is how you do everything. That's one other thing. Your actions, your approach, your way that you show up, it speaks volumes. And I think people don't realize how much their beliefs show without saying a word. So pointing that out and just bringing it forward to you. If I notice that there's somebody who's maybe not honest on paying the bill at a restaurant, or I notice that somebody's willing to have gray lines when it comes to something about a joke that they're telling with their friends, I might think, okay, well, if they're willing to do that there, what are they willing to do in other situations? Right? When no one else is looking, how does this person really show up? What are their ethics? Oh, yes, I am sending emails regularly. We do have a newsletter. That's something else. If you're interested in signing up for that, subscribing to that, please jump on. We're sharing a lot of tips and valuable insights to help you in the way that you show up in all facets. Yeah, there's so much more I could talk on this subject. I'm always here for you guys. If there's anything you want us to talk on, please let us know. There's lots of exciting stuff coming, and we will be reaching out to everybody shortly and sharing with you all of the exciting things we're working on. But right now, I am sharing a lot about an upcoming workshop. So if you can come, then I'd love to see you there. Okay, perfect. We will get you the information. We'll get you the link to get subscribed. All right. Gia, if you could send that to him, I would appreciate it. All right. I love you all. Take care of yourselves, and we will be seeing you soon. Now, how to log off on these two things? Anybody know? Bye. Okay, so I'm saying bye to Instagram, and now I'm going to say goodbye to you.